What up, y'all? Welcome to the Gunslinger Gaming Frosty Pints podcast. I'm Gobi, and joining me is DrNiggle, the Eliteness, and OmegaConstruct. First off, I want to give a huge shout out to my daughter Kiana. I know she's not supposed to be listening to these, but I'm pretty sure she does. Happy birthday, since today is actually her birthday.
Oh, happy birthday.
HBD to you.
Since she listens, I'll be sure to say penis a lot less.
Yeah, she's like any 14-year-old teenager. You tell them not to do something, so of course she probably listens to this when she's at her mom's house and not at my house.
Awesome. I encourage defiance.
Go to your room.
Yes.
Fine, I'll go to my room. All my cool stuff is in my room.
Potatoes.
Right? I'm still trying to figure out what to get her for her birthday, though. I know she's a huge anime fan, so I have something to do with that, but I'm not sure what yet.
Get her an original box set of Ghost in the Shell.
Ooh, that's actually a good idea, since Ghost in the Shell is probably an anime she would like, and I would probably like watching with her.
It's a good one. Can be a noodle scratcher. Either that or Cowboy Bebop. They're both fine choices. Whatever floats your boat.
I'd never heard of Cowboy Bebop.
What?
What?
I'm not
I don't
reading
even-
this whole anime thing.
I don't really watch anime, and I know that.
Yeah, like I don't like anime. Everybody knows Cowboy Bebop.
No. I mean, I know Attack on Titan and Hunter x Hunter. Yep.
Alright, we should probably move on.
We should. You just lost points with your daughter big time.
No, she's still trying to educate me. It's pretty funny. But yeah, speaking of movies, Avengers. What's this going on at San Diego's Comic-Con? I'm not gonna get to see it though. Assholes.
Yeah, so I guess there's an event and there's limited space. But they're going to show off footage from Marvel's Avengers, along with the announcement of new details. The game, not any movie or stuff like that. It's just the game that's coming out by Crystal Dynamics. Third-person action game. And
Quite excited to see what it comes out like.
Yep. So they did show off some of it behind closed doors at E3. I'm not personally, but Linus, you played the Marvel Capcom or Capcom's.
Yeah, I mean, I played Marvel Heroes for
that one.
forever. That one I played a shit ton of hours in that one, but I enjoyed the hell out of that. Basically, all of the different Marvel Avengers across the Marvel Universe and Fantastic Four as well, and it was like a bunch of different characters, and you get to level them up. It's like Diablo-y style gameplay. Not quite as in depth, but it was still very good and fun. And I spent a lot of money there. Enjoyed it. I'm hoping that this one is something similar, because it was a good fun game. This would be another soiree in that. They didn't really show much in the announcement trailer that they released a while back. It was very much just like a basic video of like getting you a hype video. Nothing really too much into the game, so I'm hoping they bring some more detail.
So the reason that I brought this up was the article. Actually, there's a picture in the article. It's the front page picture on PC Gamer that shows Thor, Iron Man, Captain America, Black Widow, and some of the guys. I assume that's Bruce, whatever. And Captain America is like
Bruce Jenner.
Yeah. There we go. Yeah, Bruce Jenner. Okay, so Bruce Jenner is all the way on the right-hand side there, behind Black Widow. And I gotta say, he's on the left. He's looking good in the purple shirt. He's looking good.
Thor's on the right.
Thor is on the right. Yep. But no, Captain America, dead center. He's looking pretty thick, like he's a 40-something-year-old man who's married and had a couple kids. Maybe spent too much time on the couch eating chips. But
Gave
now
up
he's
on
he's
his
back
dreams.
he's back in action because the world needs saving. So he's squeezed into that suit again. Looks like it
His
was
face
taken
is
out.
even fat.
He's
Why we're slamming the shit out of this? I mean, come on, at least make Black Widow hot. Like, what the fuck?
that was the other
You go
thing.
from
But
ScarJo to
no.
that?
No, I'm sorry. Okay, I disagree with you there. I think that it's very progressive of whoever makes this game, Crystal Dynamics, to include the trans community in its games, and Black Widow is
Oh,
she is living the life that she wants to live, and I'm happy for her.
Yeah, the only bright side is Crystal Dynamics is people who make the game, so I'm slightly interested because they make some great games in like the Tomb Raider series. Solid action games, solid third-person camera, great movement. So they got that going for them. Hopefully they keep that. But I haven't watched a Marvel movie since the first Avengers movie. Yeah.
Boo.
Yeah, I don't watch any of the Marvel movies. I haven't played any of the games. It's just not my style.
It was
I kinda
approximately
got superhero burnout.
It was 10 seconds there before Omega mentioned that he'd never seen any of the Marvel movies. I'm impressed it was 10 seconds.
Why we're bashing on things? I'm gonna bash on something for a minute. The new James Bond movie, James Bond 25. Obviously, a bunch of rumors going on around it. Probably not gonna watch it. Sounds like they're gonna retire James Bond and they're gonna give his 007 to Lashana Lynch, which I have no problem with her taking over as, whatever. But you don't give her the 007. You make her 008 or some shit. You just 007 is James Bond. You just can't do it.
You make her a successor instead of a usurper.
Yeah, I mean, I've never seen anything she's in. I don't know how good of an actor is she. Apparently played in Captain Marvel, which again I've never seen. She's supposedly Captain Marvel's best friend, which is great and all that. But
oh no shit, that's
again,
her.
Yeah, that's her. My biggest problem is you don't give the 007 to her. You make her 008. Like, you can retire James Bond, cool, whatever. I don't even care. But you don't give her the 007. Like, that is Bond's number. That would be like the Patriots letting somebody else wear number 12 or the Packers letting somebody else wear number 4. Like, it just doesn't fucking happen.
There are fan theories in the lore of the James Bond world that 007 James Bond is the code name for an agent. And yes, there are other 00 agents, but once that person who is that 007 is no longer retires, somebody else is given that codename designation. So, I mean, it could make perfect sense. There's possibly already a 008 in this timeline where this movie is taking place, so you can't just give it to her. If Daniel Craig's character, James Bond, retired, which is what this article is seeming to imply, then they would replace, so they would put somebody else into that codename position.
Yeah, I'm kind of. I think I'm in the same boat as you there with that. I don't see any issue with that. I mean, I'm not gonna watch it probably because I just lost interest in the Bond series like several ones ago.
Yeah, Pierce
think the
Brosnan
last one
was the last Bond that I really cared
Yeah.
about as James Bond.
I lost interest after Pierce Brosnan.
I watched
Very quickly.
I watched what? How many has Daniel Craig done? 3. I watched 2 of them. And they were
No.
Yeah.
Casino Royale, Quantum of Solace, Skyfall, and the last one.
Oh, so he's done 4. Oh, I
Yeah.
haven't seen all of them. I've maybe only seen 2 of them. I don't know. There's something about James Bond speaks to me as a classic movie,
Yeah, same.
and I prefer it in that context rather than slapping a bunch of modern action movie window dressing around what to me is a classic story.
You're fucking insane for not liking Casino Royale because Eva Green is in it.
I was gonna say Casino Royale was a great Bond movie. It's definitely, I would say, Daniel Craig's best Bond movie.
I never watched it.
I wanted not Skyfall. He had one other really good one.
I watched Skyfall on the plane. Somewhat.
Yeah, I did watch Casino Royale, and I did enjoy it. But my point is merely that it's not what I think of as a James Bond movie.
Yeah.
When I it was a good movie. Not arguing that at all. It's just when I want to watch a James Bond movie, I want to watch one of the classic movies for just everything beyond the fact that it's just an action movie.
Yeah, I feel like the newer ones all kind of feel more like the Mission Impossible
Exactly.
formula. They're more like the Mission Impossible formula than the James Bond formula, which just ruins it for me.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. They're not bad movies. It just doesn't feel to me like James Bond is supposed to feel.
They definitely have less gadgets in them, I feel like, and I think that's kind of where you guys are coming in. Like Bond is kind of known for his gadgets.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Like they're these old school action movies that have a surprising amount of like geek and nerd cred built into it with that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and that definitely gets lost in the new ones, I feel.
So yeah, it's National Pet Fire Safety Day. And don't know if anybody knew this, but something that the Kennel Club started up and ADT Security back in 2009. Thought it was time to get serious about pet fire protection.
That's
so
a good thing to do.
Yeah, so you can go to your fire station. You're supposed to be able to go today, but you can probably go tomorrow. They're not going to mind. Get yourself a free little window dongle that says pet safety, fire pet safety. It's good.
Nice.
Remember,
Dongle.
kids, don't set your pets on fire.
Nah, only dicks set animals on fire.
Yep.
There you go.
There we
Moving
go.
on.
Moving.
There's a GTA Online game that got booted from Kickstarter recently because they didn't ask for enough money. So,
Uh-oh. We lost a...
who's that? Oh, we lost Gobi. That's fine, he'll be back.
Continue without him.
Actually, now's a great time for me to bring up.
GTA!
So, yeah, in the first time of
Just make
recorded...
a bunch of fart noises for his daughter to laugh at until he gets back.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, wait, I know. Wait, because we're in my channel, we can actually do this. Wait. No. No, that's not what you think it is. Don't make me blacklist everybody from the bot except me. I'm trying to say, Unella, this is so sad. Can we play Despacito? Alright, see, it's not Despacito, but it's still fucking funny.
God.
There we go. So, yeah, anyway, it was 1300 BC that the first evidence crops up that people bred dogs in Europe and Asia around that time.
Today is dog fact day.
Yeah, excuse me, not 1300 BC, 13,000 BC.
I was about to say 1300. That doesn't sound right.
Yeah, 13,000 BC, and by 6,000 BC, we found special dog graves that included expensive or valuable items, which is proof of deep meaning of these animals to the people who cared for them or trained them. So, man has been friends with beasts for many, many years. That's all I got. We should probably just carry on with the podcast, I guess.
So yeah, GTA knockoff got booted off Kickstarter.
So it is, what's the game called? Raw?
Raw.
Yeah, so it's a lot like GTA Online in that there are heists and it's open world and stuff like that, and you're running a criminal organization, all the rest of that. It's kind of like an indie version of GTA Online, but some of us think it's actually better looking than GTA.
Well, the thing that's cool about it is like some of the systems that they have.
Hey, he's back.
Hey-o.
Oh, fuck.
Language, your daughter's listening.
Like she hasn't heard me say worse because of the fucking internet. Yeah.
Made a
love
bunch
them
of
internet.
fucking noises while you were gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Not.
trud.
Ever get fucking Frontier internet. It will take them 6 fucking weeks to fix your fucking internet. 6 weeks, people. 6 weeks. So, for all you listening, you have at least 2 more weeks of listening to my shitty ass internet. I'm sorry. My apologies.
Frontier internet, garbage. Got it.
This podcast brought to you not by Frontier, motherfuckers.
Fuck those guys and everything they're about.
Oh.
God damn it.
Hello?
That's not my
Oh,
internet,
I
though.
love it.
My push-to-talk button is starting to die.
Oh, no.
We're gonna have to hear you permanently.
Yeah, I know. I broke my last mouse doing this. I pushed the button too hard. It snapped in and fell inside the mouse, and it, jingled around for about a month before I replaced it.
Is it the scroll button?
No, it's one of the thumb buttons.
I was gonna say from furiously scrolling through.
God damn it, Logitech. Your mice break too easily. It's almost as if they're made in China. Oh.
So, did we move on to that awesome GTA game that got pulled from Kickstarter yet?
We tried
Yeah.
twice, but didn't really get very far with it.
No, we didn't get far. So,
Oh,
there's this game on Kickstarter.
it's raw.
So they asked, all right, we didn't get to the part. They asked for $79,000 on Kickstarter, and everyone was like, holy shit, you're going to make this game that looks this great for $79,000? And they came out in a tweet or some dev comment posting, no, actually, the minimum safe amount that we want is closer to $300,000, but this Kickstarter campaign is just to start us off on development. And Kickstarter came back and said, no, our services are only for people who ask for a complete amount of money to produce a product to give people who gave money to it. So they kicked him off Kickstarter. Because they only asked for $79,000 instead of $300,000. There you go.
Honestly, I'm kind of okay with that because like there are different crowdfunding sites that are more in line with like a continual development model or with partial funding models. The point of Kickstarter is like we have this plan for a completed product. Here's the money that we need for that completed product, and once we get this money and finish it, you will get the completed product.
Right.
So
Yeah.
as unfortunate as it is that something that looks like it could be a really good game has gotten you could say screwed by Kickstarter on this one. I don't blame Kickstarter for doing this because that's their whole model.
Yeah, I think so too. You're right.
Plus, with that, if they hadn't booted them off, I could just go to Kickstarter right now and say, hey, I wanna make a game, but I need $25,000 to start, and then I'm gonna need more money later, and then I get $25,000, nothing happens, and I'm like, well, it just didn't pan out.
Well,
I mean,
exactly, and that's
they
the
should just
whole. Go ahead, Lee.
I was gonna say they should just go to Steam. I mean, so many people do those fucking early access things that don't ever release the game.
Yeah, that's true.
But I think in order to go on Steam, you gotta have at least somewhat of a working product, and
Well, they must
I'm
have
not
some
sure
art
these guys.
assets. I mean, I've seen worse on Kickstarter than what they have on, and just they could just post a GIF and actually it would be better than some of the products.
Yeah, wait, what was that game that mirrored Subnautica back when Subnautica was still in early access? There was another game, an underworld or undersea game that was a builder and a loot finder.
I don't even know.
But
I think I bought it.
that's essentially what they did. They started off the game and they got it like into early development, maybe mid development, and then they were just like, well, Subnautica is kicking our asses and we're not going to be able to make a game as good as theirs, so we'll just call it finished now. And they released a half-done game.
Oh, that's rough.
Stranded
I
Deep.
was,
Stranded Deep, thank you.
yes.
Yep. I've got it.
I will say, hopefully this game raw actually goes somewhere because it looks super interesting. Like it's definitely a game I could get behind and play. And if they did it right, I'd probably donate whatever and crowdfund it, I guess you could say. But it definitely looks like something I could get behind and play and enjoy.
I like and don't mind getting in on games in like early access or early alphas. Like I was playing RimWorld back when the community was a few hundred people. So I'm for that, but I don't know how I feel about donating before there's like a minimum viable product that you can play and actually like.
Star Citizen.
Oh God.
Well, I guess in that sense, you actually
There's
want.
a reason I never backed Star Citizen.
Yeah.
So back when I got my R9 390X, which was like 5 years ago, I had an option of picking, I believe it was Hitman Complete Edition or Star Citizen. And I went back and forth for a while, and I ended up picking up Hitman instead. And I'm so fucking glad I went with Hitman and not Star Citizen. I mean, the premise of Star Citizen is great. I just don't know if it'll ever be complete.
I mean, that's the problem. At this point, if it is ever complete, it's gonna be dated because isn't that what keeps on holding up their production? They keep on updating their engine. Or they?
I have no idea.
Trying to get the game to look more like a modern game instead of the voxels that you get from 2009, 2010 games.
Yeah, it seemed like you compare a game like that to like the Warframe model of continuous development, and it seems like that's what they have been trying to do, but they've just been doing it poorly.
It has been a whole 22 minutes into this podcast before Warframe came up.
Yeah, well, that's a good point of
Gotta love
comparison.
It is. Yeah.
I'd like to take a break right now to talk about what's happening in Warframe. There's a new Nightwave coming up. The Emissary looks pretty good, looks pretty fun. You can do your dailies, get a whole bunch of rewards. There's a statue in there. I'm totally going after that. You got your formal bundles, got your credits, got your all the rest of that Warframe slots. On top of that, TennoCon. We talked about this a little bit, but we got another addition to Railjack coming up. Railjack actually coming out. We get our own personal ship. I'm gonna build the hangar bay in the dojo as soon as it's out, and we have all the resources for it. Gonna get on that ASAP. And we're going to have ships and space adventures, going to be able to team up with your buddies. Not only will you be able to team up with your buddies that are on the ship with you, but you'll be able to call for reinforcement or aid from completely separate groups of people that are maybe dicking around on the plains of Eidolon or just putzing around in the game. So you can ask for their help, it'll give them a task, they'll do it, they'll help you out, they'll get rewards, you'll get rewards, everybody gets rewards.
Sounds
And
rewarding.
on top of that, the brand new open world area where it looks like you're basically running around in operator mode, no Warframe powers or anything, with spooky horses, space dragons, really monochrome atmosphere. Ooh, it's gonna be so good.
Nice.
Warframe.
Speaking of a space, I just saw this and I found it hilarious, and I know you guys will just find it absolutely hilarious. Halo Infinite to receive support from studio that helped with Mass Effect Andromeda's animations.
Yeah, good for them.
Cue the memes.
Mass Effect Andromeda's art assets really speak for themselves.
Oh no, just the animations.
Yeah, the character animations and the facial expressions too. Yeah, that's some serious, really ridiculous shit.
Oh, that's gonna be interesting for Halo, that's for sure. Hopefully they do better this time around than they did in Mass Effect. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Andromeda. It's definitely a good game. I've had lots of fun with it. Still play it. But that being said, facial animations could have used a little bit of help in the game.
Yeah, story good, execution poop.
They eventually got it fixed.
They eventually got most of it fixed.
Maybe
Yeah,
they hired
just,
the fixers.
We'll just have to hope. Lesson learned. They won't make the same catastrophic mistakes that they made last time, and it'll actually be a somewhat playable, enjoyable game on launch rather than the completely immersion breaking dumpster fire that was the facial animations of the original Andromeda launch.
I'm supposed to be expressing sadness right now, but it looks like I'm trying to take a poop.
Oh. Are you sure that's just not held over from before the podcast? I mean, that had to be a pretty epic shit. I mean, that was
It
like,
was.
what, 30 minutes?
It was glorious. That's what we should talk about on the podcast, is DrNiggle's BMs. That's what draws the people in.
Well, speaking of BMs, we got some Destiny 2 news.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a segue.
Destiny 2 players have figured out how to farm resources without playing the game. This sounds interesting.
Yeah, I was hoping we could get a D2 player in here to talk about this. But basically, I guess there's a new crafting mechanic in the game, the Forge or something like that, and you just stand in front of it or something. Basically, what you do is you stand around in game, you fail a task, it gives you like a handful of resources, and it resets every 60 seconds. So it's not a huge income, but if you just alt-tab the game and leave it on overnight, when you come back, you've got a good pile.
Isn't there something like this in almost every like major MMO though? Like, I know
They're always
Desert
trying to
Online
find
has like AFK shit all the time. Like there's supposedly fishing or some shit you can do in there. I've never done it.
That's a built-in mechanic of the game. They have AFK farming as an actual mechanic for the game.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say, in GTA, like, you get awarded $2,000 for good behavior randomly. You can just be sitting in your apartment watching TV for that shit. But that game boots you for an activity. Unless you're watching TV. I wonder if it does work when you're watching TV.
See, that's basically what most MMO players do, is try and find a way to beat the grind while they're not playing the game.
In case anybody isn't aware, DrNiggle and I discovered that in Grand Theft Auto, they have 3 TV channels that each have about a full hour's worth of original content.
Yeah, pretty high production values. Very offensive material. Very funny.
Like Adult Swim level cartoons and like parody TV shows. There's one show that's a parody of American Idol. There's a couple great cartoons. What is there? There's like one like fucked up anime. There's one cartoon about this group of Christian youth students.
Oh,
who
yeah,
are also
sexually
superheroes.
repressed Christian youths who, instead
their
of...
whole goal is to
instead
fight
of
against depravity and sexuality.
So instead of giving in to their sexual urges, they murder people.
They murder people who give in to their sexual urges.
Right, because violence is perfectly good, but sex, boo.
There's a really funny take on like the old school detective cartoons
Oh yeah, with the stereotypical Native American in the background, Big Chief smoke a lot or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like everybody's smoking cigarettes and very offensive to the female characters in it.
Yeah, it's a horribly offensive humor, and I find it very funny.
Yeah, we spent legitimately a couple hours watching all of this stuff.
Yes, and at some point, when my internet is fixed, thank you fucking Frontier for wasting 6 weeks of my fucking life. We will have a podcast where we are playing GTA.
Watching
What?
GTA TV.
You
Where we'll
have to
do
wait.
something in GTA.
Yes, whether it's
Yeah.
lounging in a hot tub, killing police, riding on a train, something. We will have a podcast, but unfortunately, you have to wait until I have better internet.
This
So,
infuriating
if you really wanna
delay
see
brought
this-
to you by Frontier.
Call Frontier and pitch them out.
My vote is still that we buy a blimp and just fly around the city in a blimp.
we can
Can
blip
we
it up.
shoot out of the blimp?
I don't know. I don't have one yet.
Well, buy a shark card and get on that shit.
I don't need a shark card at this point.
I've been grinding money I can afford. The blimps aren't actually that expensive. They're only like 1.4, 1.5 mil, I think.
Yeah,
Only.
it was.
Only.
It's the cost of a supercar.
I have
So,
like 100K if that.
I've got a mill that I'm willing to burn. I never use my money for anything useful anyway. So.
Yeah. So what did you waste on Amazon Prime this week?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
I got some new luggage, which I'm quite excited about. Samsonite is on sale. If you're looking for some good luggage. And I got my dog.
You bought a dog on Amazon Prime? Very nice.
No, I got
It's delivered by a
jacket.
drone in a paper box with some holes in it.
I got my dog a jacket that she can wear to float in my pool.
Oh, that's sweet.
like because she's really old and she's never swam before, so I got her
Oh,
this little jacket.
I
so
thought your dog already had an established history of enjoying swimming, so now you just get to see whether or not she'll be fucking terrified.
that- yeah, exactly. And a jacket that'll
swimming
save her
is-
life.
Swimming is really good for old dogs. It's really good on their joints and if they have like arthritis problems and stuff.
That's exactly what the vet told me, so that's why I'm kind of trying to get her into it.
Wait, is this the
That's
driving
whole reason he
reason?
bought a pool.
Is this the driving reason why you got a pool?
No, it's not the only reason.
Oh, good. All right. I would have felt like such a dick if I'd been ragging on you for buying a pool and you did it for your dog.
That would have been
no
a better
sorry.
reason, actually.
What
than just
what did it come to you? Like 40 grand for that thing?
yeah, something like that. So,
Around dogs.
So yeah, so it cost you 40 grand, and you just take that 40 grand right off your property value.
yeah. Well, I mean, it's something that I'm interested in having. So whatever. And I'm not planning on moving because I like my house. So
I know. I'm just jealous.
I did finally get my pool up and running. Thanks, Travis, my pool guy. He works for Malibu Pools. Great guy. Put it in all
really
free.
appreciate that shout out, Kobe. You're gonna drive tons of
Yeah.
business to him.
He has no idea. Everybody's like, "Where's Malibu Pools?" It's all good.
Travis the Pool Guy, proud sponsor of the
Yeah.
GS podcast.
Hey, he is. He just doesn't know it yet.
Frontier Internet, get fucked.
Just
Oh,
in case
that's
you're unaware,
fucking
Kobe,
good.
your sponsors are supposed to pay you.
yeah.
He does. He did. I got a free pool system, man. Like a free pump, filter, the whole fucking thing. Like a professional pump for my pool for free. Installed.
So just
What's
if
his
the
name?
Wouldn't you like to know?
oh god.
That's only benefiting you though. It doesn't really benefit everyone else that's involved
Yeah.
with this podcast.
Yeah,
So I
that's
think he
true.
needs to come and clean my pool now.
So also, yeah, if the FCC is listening, we're joking about this. That doesn't actually constitute sponsorship because it kind of be a bribe.
Right.
Yeah, no, he's just one of my good buddies who happens to work for a pool company, and yeah, it is what it is. It's all throwaway stuff, and it was basically going in the dumpster. So instead of throwing it away, it got put in my yard.
Speaking of going in the dumpster, what's going on in the Division 2 solo player?
Oh, so yes, one of the it was who was it? Creative director said something about having a single player narrative driven spin-off of the division, focusing on agents trying to get home to their families after being sent to New York City during the SHD blackout from the fall of DC. Surprisingly, people don't hate the idea.
It sounds actually like kind of a nice. I'd play that narrative-driven solo player. I'd probably do that.
Yeah, I actually thought it was a great idea too. I mean, like it was one of those things. I think the Division universe has a lot to offer. They just haven't really done much with it, and I think a single player spinoff would be a great idea. Um, it would. I know a lot of you guys play the Division and put a lot of hours into it. And it would have been kind of cool to see what happens to your agent after, New York City. I'd love to see him get home. I mean, the beginning of the game, you saw them leaving their family, so why not try to get back to them? I mean, I know I'd love to do my job as an agent, but when it's all said and done, I'd love to see my kids again too, and I'd do whatever I had to get home to them.
There you go. Emotional projection onto a game. That's a moneymaker.
Sure.
It
Yeah.
was. Let's see. Let me pull it up. Yeah, there we go. It was 1988 when the Fair Housing Amendments Act allowed people to keep their emotional support animals protected despite landlords' wishes. So there you go. It's another pet fact for today.
Emotional
Nice.
support, not actual work dogs.
No, though I think those have always been protected because if you need them to like survive, fuck your landlord.
You're right.
Yeah.
Just like fuck Frontier.
That's right.
Still going to hell.
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
We can rag on Frontier all you want.
Yeah, I actually skipped Amazon Prime Day this year. I just did not really. I mean, there's some decent deals, but nothing great. The Razer Death Adler Elite seems like it's got a decent deal. The Razer Kraken Tournament Edition, pretty decent headset. Save $38, not a bad deal, but again, it's not like a stellar deal either. But the Division 2 on PS4 or Xbox One can save a bunch of money, and looks like it's about $20 a piece.
I did get Civ 6 on Switch for $29.
Oh, very nice. Civ 6, fun game. Anybody who likes turn-based games, highly recommend the Civ series if you haven't checked it out already. It's kind of a staple in the turn-based community, as far as I understand.
And if any of you out there are a fan of the Civ games, you should pick up Endless Space 2 and join DrNiggle, the Elitist, and I, and play some awesome version of Civ in space with aliens, and it's really cool.
It's great. You can blow up planets. You can blow up whole star systems, actually.
It's quite fun. I was in it.
Blow up a star system.
There's a planet cracker.
That's just individual planets. So if you want to blow up a star system, you build a behemoth, and then you specialize it into an obliterator. And the obliterator fires a projectile towards a star. It takes a couple turns to get there, but once it gets there, all the planets are gone. all the ships in orbit are gone, and the star actually changes. If it's like a white hot star, it'll go down to a red dwarf.
Oh my god, I want to see
Interesting.
that.
It's brutal.
Omega, you had mentioned that Space Engineers was getting an update or got an update.
They just last week or the week before they did sort of like an open testing period that has since ended, but they're adding an economy update, which is basically something that a few mods added in a while back, and it is you can collect resources or turn those resources into components, and then you can sell them to trading stations for some sort of currency that they've developed in
Credits.
game that you can then use to buy other stuff that you don't have. And on the one hand, it's like, yeah, that's kind of cool, but on the other hand, it's like Space Engineers was released out of alpha or like out of early access like a fucking year and a half, 2 years ago now, and they're still adding bullshit. But on top of that, it's still has major performance issues, and multiplayer is still glitchy as fuck, and there's still problems that have been around for years that they just haven't addressed. And now they're turning stuff into DLCs because word is they basically ran out of money, and so yeah, it's a sad state of affairs for what at one point in time was my favorite game ever.
Yeah, probably my favorite thing to do in that game was to build a cube and make all the edges pistons and join all the pistons together at the corners with merge blocks, and then activate all the pistons at once to make the cube grow, and then, reverse them, make the cube small. You'd think the game would be able to handle that, but I blew up so many pistons doing that just for no reason. They just exploded. They hate that. So that's a bug that's been in the game for 3 years.
Like the whole problem with the game is that the game is basically two parts. One, it's a builder game, and two, it's a physics game. And the physics have been broken from like day one.
Yeah, it's a
And
physics game, asterisk.
every time, like every update, every fix comes along, it's like, oh, here's this new graphics thing, here's this new thing we're added, here's this new thing, and it's like they never go back and fix any of the core issues that have been plaguing the game for years now. And I mean, I've got thousands of hours in this game. At one point in time, like I built my first gaming PC to play this game, and for a long time, DrNiggle and I played. I mean, hours and hours and hours and hours every
Yeah,
day.
about 2,000 hours worth.
Yeah, we went hard in the paint on this game, and it just got to a point where like when it's early on and you're learning the game and you're not doing crazy shit yet, it can handle whatever you're doing. But once you get good at the game and you start trying to push the limits and do really creative shit, that's the stuff the game can't handle anymore. And it all the things that used to be fun, it just ends up turning into like a long process of trying to mitigate all of the things that piss you off about it.
I was about to say, you'd think it would be easy to construct a drill press on the moon, but I'm amazed that we got that thing to work, given the amount of shit that we took from it.
I mean, that is still one of my proudest achievements. That and the self-replicating, self-constructing space elevator.
Space elevator. That was fun.
Yeah. But yeah, we built a giant underground cavern base on the moon out of a giant drill press.
And we did it, yeah. So
really
we built the drill press so that it could go down and we could burrow all the way to the depth that we wanted it to, and then we adapted the drill bit so that the pistons would go out so that we could expand the cavern. And I worked the math out so that we pretty much replicated the dimensions of the Duomo in Florence, if anyone is, familiar with the cathedral that had the dome designed by Brunelleschi. That kind of stuff is really fucking fun. But it was a hassle. It was a fucking hassle to do that because the game would just break, or the game would lag out, and multiplayer would have a problem, or the pistons would just blow up.
How drunk did you get before it worked?
I'm sad to say that I was probably entirely sober when we did that.
Yeah, that was a game that required clear thinking because
Engineering.
it was half the game is trying to figure out how to do what you want to do, and then the other half of the game is trying to figure out how to
make the game do
that thing.
Yeah.
And so you're not only figuring out these engineering problems, but you're also like literally breaking the game as you're doing it, and it gets it just gets to the point where it's mentally exhausting, and it's like there's all these cool things I want to fucking do, but I don't want to fight the game. I want a game that I can play that'll let me do these great things. I don't want a game that I have to fight for every inch of like what I want to try and do.
At the same time, on a more positive note, it was very rewarding for me personally when we successfully managed to trick the game into doing what we wanted it to do. So there's that. We have a very complicated relationship with space engineers. It's very love-hate.
It's true. It's yeah.
So check out Space
I will
Engineers.
say the self-assembling space elevator is one of the coolest things that I ever figured out how to do in that game. That was pretty awesome. And yeah.
Alrighty.
What's next? Is that all of our topics?
No, we got one or two more.
We do? Oh, we do.
That's all the articles I had open.
Also, does my dog count? What the fuck? Leetness, you're not actually supposed to write in the round table.
Sorry.
Alright, yeah, D2, GTA, Division 2, Bond 25, Captain America looks thick. Yeah, so, what?
We lost Scobie again.
Fucking Frontier. If they're listening, I hope they're ashamed of themselves. Actually, they're probably just rubbing their nipples, being like, oh, you can't get internet? That's a shame.
We're sorry.
We're sorry. Our oil tanker, that was the BP episode. Our oil tanker exploded and killed wildlife. We're sorry. He's naked on the bearskin rug in front of the fire. We're sorry.
Oh gosh.
But yeah, the round table is the last gift that you got someone, and Leetness very accurately pointed out that my last gift was to him, and it was a 100 pack of empty tea bags.
Delicious tea bagging by mail.
And then he gave me a handy.
I did. Get you a hand.
Hand Simulator on Steam, to be exact.
Yeah, that was good. Unless buying for my dog counts, in which case I bought her a jacket.
That is kind of sweet.
Can't wait to put it on. I'll post pics.
Will it fit you?
No.
Softballing it.
Took that seriously for a second. Oh god.
Omega, last gift.
This one's gonna be a downer.
Alright, we can skip it if you want.
I bought this. I had an Amazon alert set up on my account for this type of camera film that isn't made anymore, but a roll of it'll pop up once in a while. It's like for a special type of camera that, it's really cool. It makes like grainy old pictures, and it like the pictures look really cool. Anyway, so the alert popped up on my account, so I rushed and bought it, and that was for my girlfriend because her birthday was coming up, and then she dumped me 3 days later, and then it arrived, and I gave it to her anyway because what the fuck am I gonna do with old camera film that I don't have a camera for? So yeah, the last gift that I bought was a birthday present for my ex-girlfriend.
You totally could have just opened it in front of her and been like, hey, look at the cool film that I found, and then just opened it up and stripped the whole thing, exposed it to the light, and been like, done. But that would have been petty.
Yeah, probably would have felt good though.
I would have burnt it too.
Oh, are we talking about Facebook again?
Oh no! We didn't bring up
Yes,
Facebook.
Gobi, we are talking about Facebook.
We should.
I heard something about burning into the ground.
We totally should. Yeah, what was that about Facebook? What they acquire? Assassin's Creed and
Splinter Cell VR.
great. Yeah. What are they gonna do with
Don't
those?
ever playing those games.
What are they even gonna do?
They're probably gonna make them like another Farmville farm simulator.
Yes! Farmville!
But for Assassin's
That's
Creed, so like basically
They
you're
already-
an assassin that has to assassin run through a little pyramid.
I was gonna say they already have that. They already have like, well, it's not Farmville, but they have the in-game mechanic in the Assassin's Creed games where it's a mini game. Like, you recruit assassins and you send them off to do missions, and they bring you back rewards or they die. No one ever played that. All right, I played that a lot.
I mean, yeah.
I haven't got that far.
Yeah. I forget when
I'm
they
still
came
like
out
in
with
my
that.
first hour of Assassin's Creed 3 Remaster, which I have to say they did a very good job with, and I'm enjoying time I have played it, and I look forward to playing it more.
Yeah. Okay, so the first time they came out with the Assassin, the mini game, whatever, it was Brotherhood, and so it was 2.2 or something like that, and or 2.1, and that was the first time you saw it. And then in Assassin's Creed 3, they have that again, but it's for shipping routes. So you go Shanghai ships, you basically steal a fleet, and then you send your fleet off to do trading, and it gives you like real good money. I remember Bearskin gave me real good money.
I will look forward to that when I get there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah,
who all
TB.
did the gifts so far? Because fuck Frontier.
Okay, yeah, no, we all did the gifts. Well, your turn, Gobi.
I'm probably the big spender of the group. The last gift I gave, since I haven't given my daughter a birthday present yet, would have been my middle daughter. She turned 11 on May 28th, and I am sending her to Hogwarts Academy down in Florida for her birthday.
Yeah.
I want to go to Hogwarts Academy.
Me too. Let's go, Niggle. You and me.
Fuck yes, we're gonna go.
Yeah, she's a huge Harry Potter buff, along with my sister. So my sister's actually the one taking her, so I don't have to take a week off of work to do it. And I get to kill two birds with one stone. My sister gets to do something she's been looking forward to do for years now, and I get to make my daughter's year. So that's pretty awesome.
That is fucking awesome. Yeah, no, I'm imagining Leetness and I going to Hogwarts Academy, and we're like in a room full of children learning to use their wands, and there are these two adults that are like 6'5" and weigh 300 pounds, like in our wizarding cloaks, like Wingardium Leviosa.
Yeah, I have a distinct feeling you will not be out of like the norm. I'm guessing there's going to be just as many adults there as there is kids.
Maybe there are adult specific classes where we can learn naughty spells.
Yes. Harry Potter. The next generation.
Vaginium eruptus.
Oh God.
That's
So bad. Yeah, that was
so good. You mean
moist?
more like moist.
Moist and fluffy. Speaking of that, Fluffy, where the fuck have you been? Like, you have been
Fluffy,
MIA for weeks now, maybe even months.
No,
Like,
he's He's in game right now.
What?
Maple
Oh,
Story.
he's offline. Oh,
Nope.
He's offline
fucking
in Discord.
offline.
Oh, that bastard. He's offline in Discord, but he's
Oh.
online in Steam.
Yep. Playing
Voice-
Maple Story.
We see you. We see you. And what the fuck are you playing Maple Story for?
It's an awesome game.
Yeah.
That he's got like I think 1,000 hours in or some shit.
So he's basically
It's
still a
good.
beginner.
He's still learning the ropes.
He's still learning the ropes. Yeah. Well, I guess is that all? Is that all we got this week?
I guess.
All right. Well, anything?
I mean, it seems short. We're just at 55 minutes, so if we want to, like, shoot the shit for a little while, we can totally do that.
Oh, I've got a topic.
Oh, yeah?
Oh.
So, I have to do we've got friends from the UK visiting the US, and they're going. Wait, let's see. Yeah, this is their itinerary, so we have to meet them in one of these cities: Vegas, Death Valley, Yosemite, Reno, Lake Tahoe, or San Fran. Which one?
What
wait.
time of year?
Vegas. I would say Vegas or Tahoe.
You've never been to Yosemite. It's fucking beautiful. I was gonna ask Leetness important questions first. Do they like hookers?
It's a couple.
Okay, so they probably wouldn't
that
like.
That doesn't answer that question.
Yeah. I was gonna say that doesn't really mean anything.
I don't know, but I don't think so.
You're just sidestepping. Okay. Second question: What time of year are you talking here? Are we talking fall, winter,
September.
spring? 2 weeks?
September. All right.
End of September, beginning of October.
Okay, so I thought you were talking a little bit more, like a little bit sooner, because like Death Valley would fucking suck this time of year.
Oh, okay.
It's like only 145 degrees out there.
Oh, jeez.
Hey, what are you talking about? It's like 100 fucking degrees in Wisconsin, so I mean, it can't be that bad.
He said.
But yeah, I would say Vegas if you're looking to like party and like see a lot of crazy shit, and Vegas is an experience all in itself. Amazing shows. Of course the casinos. And then
Hookers and gambling.
On the other side, if they're more into like nature, natural sights, seeing like a beautiful place, Tahoe.
They're doing it all. I'm just meeting them at one of them.
Gotcha.
Okay. So, yeah, do you want to spend time with them, like, walking around the Vegas Strip looking at all the national monuments that have been copied there? Or do you want to, like, go to Yosemite National Park and, like, see beautiful stuff? Because if you go to
that
Yosemite...
sounds more up my alley, to be honest.
Well, on the plus side,
you get slapped.
You say that they're
the
elderly.
Other one, you get pictures.
Yeah.
They're not old. They're
not
young.
Okay. Well, what'd you say? I thought you said they were old or elderly couple.
No, they're a couple.
UK. They're from the UK.
UK couple.
Yeah. All right.
So they're young, but they have the teeth of old people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, the one's actually originally from South Africa, and then moved to the UK.
So he's got no teeth?
She has all it.
Oh man.
And there's a topic that Dr. Niggle's going to steer away from very quickly because there might be a child listening.
Is your nickname Gums? At least, I can say it. Maybe she's a jolly good cunt.
She is a jolly good cunt.
There you
But
go.
you're American, so you can't say that.
Right.
No, I can say it because she's British. I'm not.
No.
You can't call an American person that.
Gobi. That's
Americans just can't say it.
Yeah, exactly. That's like you're calling someone the N-word, but you saying you can say that because they're black. No, that's not how it works.
No. I'm pretty sure if they're from Britain, you can say it to them and they'll get it. They'll understand. You just can't say it to another American.
Or within an earshot of another American.
Yeah, I don't know. It still sounds awkward with an American.
Uh,
It sounds more degrading when you say it.
So Vegas and Reno
Of
are like
course it does.
sensory overload. Yosemite is just like really pretty. Death Valley, again, if you're into that, it can be very pretty. San Francisco is just, it's like Vegas, except there's no gambling and there are a lot more gay hookers. And I forget what the last place you said was.
That was Reno.
Death.
Why in the world would you go to Reno? That's like, oh yeah, let's go to Vegas, but worse.
So you can meet the Reno Sheriff's Department. There was a whole TV show on them. They're hilarious.
Yeah, she works for Vice, so I'm pretty sure she's like gonna probably go to sets.
In the biggest little city in the world, we dance in the biggest little city in the world. Come on, yeah. I gotta watch Reno 911 again.
I do not. That was enough for me. Thanks.
Thomas
Appreciate
Lennon
it.
is hilarious.
So, if I want nature, Yosemite's on the top, and Lake Tahoe second.
Oh, Lake Tahoe, yeah, Lake Tahoe is nice. September,
But
you
I
might
was
still
kinda
be able to
thinking-
fish.
Thinking both of those, one of those options. I mean,
Isn't Lake Tahoe a big ski snowboard destination too in the winter?
Is it?
Yeah, I mean, there's amazing mountains up there. You can actually, I think you could ski there year round even.
yeah, I like the mountains.
So that might be fun. I don't think there's skiing at Yosemite. I don't know.
I don't do skiing, but I do.
Like
Poop.
Lake Tahoe is a place where you can go in the
Nonsense.
summer. You can go skiing in short sleeves and shorts, and then go swimming in like a beautiful lake in the afternoon.
Sounds awesome.
Also in your shorts. So bring your hot pants,
I-
Elite.
Nice. I don't have any
I don't
other
know if I'd-
pants.
I'd want to go skiing in shorts. Like, fucking snow hurts when you go down.
Yeah. Well, I mean, as long as you avoid the trees, you're good.
Tree, squirrel.
Okay.
Oh no, we're headed straight for the trees. Don't worry. Trees down. Trees down. That's amazing. How do you get the trees to go up? Trees up.
Okay, so I guess we'll.
Yeah.
I'll look them up and figure it out, but I'm leaning towards Yosemite or Tahoe. I think one of those two. Because I mean,
Yeah.
I've been to San Fran, and I didn't really do it really well because the people that we were with didn't like to walk.
The high point of my vacation to San Fran was getting to ride one of those cable cars that goes up the really steep hill.
Oh yeah.
That was fun.
Like, isn't that like the only thing to do in San Francisco?
Yeah, there's other stuff. There's well, if you're, yeah. I was trying to defend San Francisco for a second. I was like, what the fuck are you doing, Nickel?
I was gonna say Candlestick Park. Is it even Candlestick Park anymore?
Needlestick Park maybe.
Well,
You
it's
could-
where the 49ers used to play. I don't know if they renamed the stadium or not.
You could go see
It used to be Candlestick.
you could go see the San Francisco Tower. That's not really a tower. It's kind of short, but it's neat looking.
Okay.
And how far away from San Francisco are the La Brea Tar Pits?
Those are by LA.
They're all the way
I
up.
was gonna
Damn.
say, yeah, wasn't that in like My Girl 2 or some shit?
I have no
On
idea.
Movie Buff. Oh my god, really?
No, I don't think I saw. I didn't see a lot of this movies. Probably
The
on
tar pits
purpose.
are really cool.
It's yeah, no,
But,
the
yeah.
La Brea Tar Pits are a really fun time if you want to go there and stare at tar.
Yeah, hot, smelly tar.
Yeah, it does. It smells like a paper mill.
Or you
But
could
yeah,
just
no,
go-
that's like literally in the middle of LA.
Okay.
Big black pools of tar in the middle of LA.
That's yeah.
All right, yeah. So we're past an hour now. We can wrap it up
All
if
right.
we want.
Yeah. I just want to thank you all for listening, and thank you all for joining me. And hope you guys had a good week, and hopefully you guys have a good week. We'll catch you all later.
Later,
Penis.
guys. Bye.
Bye. Bye, Gobi's daughter.
Bye. Happy birthday. Goodbye.
Fuck
Bye.
Frontier.
Fuck Frontier. Penis.
Status.